I do the March for Black Women and Girls, and Keyon was out there, the first one that I had at Bernice Gardens. That was just bringing attention to the murders of Black women and girls in the community. Because a lot of times we do focus on the males in the community for good reason, because the numbers are really high. But over the last 3 years, the numbers of Black women have started to rival that of Black men in the community and girls. As you noticed in the news, you see a lot of little kids getting killed in the park, or I know some of y'all experienced that on your own, but in your own family, unfortunately. But it's rose 30%, so it's becoming an epidemic.
Paid attention to.
And like earlier, it was mentioned that there used to be rules. I think you might have said that there were rules to where women and children were like off limits if they weren't a part of it.
Right.
But nowadays, it's like nobody is off limits. There's no parameters of where the violence can take place, and then there's also intimate partner violence, which is violence in the house. So people not having resources. My theory is a lot of the young men not having the resources they need. So if they're with a young lady, it's bigger than just a breakup. Now you're taking away my livelihood. Now I don't have a place to stay anymore. Might not have a car to drive. I don't have no money because my whole reliance is on you. So we're seeing a lot of the young men when the relationship is over, they want to kill her, or they want to burn the business down, or burn the house down. So just trying to change that trajectory, and also helping the young women to be able to vet what's going on, not just with the men in their lives, but also like with their children, to pick up on signs, to have the resources that they need. It's just so much, so much. So that's what my focus has been, but I do go to schools and speak on violence as a whole in the community. I've always done like my Brother's Keeper stuff and things like that, but over the last 3 years, I kind of started trying to fill in the gap.
Right.
I was helping Dory, are you familiar with Dory?
Yeah,
You are, I know you are.
Dory, yeah.
Oh, okay. So I used to go in and help with that. I forgot. So I would help admin with that, or sometimes other organizations that were focusing on the males in the community.
Right.
And I was like, well, somebody got to fill in the gap for what's going on with the young women. And I think in the 90s, they were, out here in the 90s, a lot of the women that were getting caught up were banging and stuff.
Right.
Nowadays, they're not really, the ones that I'm seeing.
Have absolutely nothing to do with
They
it.
had nothing to do with it.
Fighting, the women getting in a lot of trouble out here with this.
Now, they are fighting.
I mean,
they are fighters.
But as far as what she's speaking on, as far as like, I'm in the car with my girl and my baby in the baby seat, and I want to go get me something to eat. And the old Turtle and the old Keyon, up to date, because back then you be like, boy, you better be lucky. Boy, you better be lucky with your girl and your baby. You know what I'm saying? And gonna look at you like, yeah.
Next time I see you,
boy,
right?
You know what I'm saying? So, but now, bro, it's like, okay, that's the car. They not even the windows are tinted, windows are rolled up. Yep. They just say, that's the car he was in right there.
Right. Shoot it up.
That's the car he was in right there. So they're not even looking at it like, that's not his car.
Yeah.
That's his baby mama car, because everybody that come from our community know that 9 times out of 10, you dropping your baby mama off,
Right.
True.
and you going to do what you're doing.
Right.
You making your plays, you getting your money. You know what I'm saying? So that's how they went. So. Yeah, I definitely see what y'all have most of the time. Like, y'all don't have absolutely. It has nothing to do with the banging part of the fighting, like you were saying, Turtle. Because it's still not an excuse, but it's still kind of like, okay, they was there fighting and it happened, but just to be somewhere because I'm driving in my car to go get some Pampers for my child,
and
my car gets shot up,
like a little girl going to the zoo, or it's just so many situations like that. The kids in the park, it's like they're not even involved in anything that's bringing that heat to them, but they're still
getting shot. I don't know how much more longer we got, but what I would like to do is I would like to ask everyone here, if there was a young man or a young woman here in front of you right now, what message would you give them?
I gotta go first. I would probably ask, what do you need? What resources do you need? What are you lacking right now? And allow them to talk to me about what they lack, because I think we can make a lot of assumptions about why they do what they do, but until they tell us, like, I need, like I think it was mentioned, trades. I don't feel like I can go to college. I want to do something different, and I want to make some money right now, or I want to be able to provide for my family. Or for a young lady, it may be, she may want to provide for her family. She may be looking for employment also. Or she may be looking for love. Whatever it is, what do you need? Yeah. What can we assist you with getting so you can feel like you're complete and that you don't have to go and do the things that you're doing in the community?
Awesome
She
message.
kept stirring.
Awesome message.
I'm looking like,
I was saying, how can I help?
okay.
That, I
What
was
else
saying,
can we say behind that?
nothing. She got it. She hit it right on point. She did. Stole my
And I
answer.
can talk. And I can talk. But, you know, dang. But yeah. Yeah, that's what I was like. What could we do to help?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what I was gonna
I
say.
think we need to
Education
just
wise, job wise, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So can we get you somewhere where have you been mentally evaluated?
Yes, like
You know what I'm saying?
that's trauma because it's
a
so
lot
much
of us,
trauma.
Yeah, that's
they
true.
don't even know it's trauma.
But they don't even know what trauma is though.
They'll call it stress.
Yes, and that's not stress. Stress and
It's not
trauma
stress.
are two different things.
Man,
Way
but-
two different
But
things.
yeah, but
And I remember when I was young, and I grew up in Oakland, as y'all know. And I remember that I just needed somebody to ask me that, like, what you need, because I needed a lot of things, you know. And so just trying to find your way without that, you might fall into some of those pitfalls because you're trying to figure it out. As a woman, mine might look different from yours. You know, it could go into me using, you know,
whatever you need.
whatever I got.
You need to get.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
But
but that
I mean, that's the same thing. See, but that's the same thing. That's the same thing with the guys, though. We do the same thing because y'all be coming in misguided. Not even misguided. Y'all be coming in the misconception that we giving you a perception of who we are, and we lying too. We lying too.
No,
you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? We lost in lying too, just to get. You know what I'm saying? What? So it's the same thing.
that's what we need out here on the streets though, broken homes.
Yeah.
Because the broken these homes really is broken. Kids, a lot of kids don't know. Like I ain't know I was a premature baby.
Right.
Like I didn't. My mama just not saying, boy, you came out 4 months early, straight in the hospital 6 months late. You was premature.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of these kids don't know what's wrong with them. You know what I'm saying? Because it really is something wrong with the children. By being
it's gonna be pretty much something wrong with all of us.
by me
Definitely.
getting
that we haven't addressed.
custody of my son, I started seeing, and me dealing with my son like on a level like a mom, like a parent's supposed to be dealing with. And now I'm in this business and I'm seeing that maybe something is wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like from the ADHD are being, you know what I'm saying, hyperactive and all that. It's like it's things we don't know what was wrong because
It wasn't addressed.
Yeah.
It wasn't addressed.
it's
PTSD,
children.
trauma.
You know what I'm saying?
It was the elephant in the room. We
Crack
never talked
babies.
about it.
yeah.
You know
We-
what
not,
I'm
not,
saying?
not in our community.
That's
We
what I mean.
definitely
That's
do
what I mean. It's
not
our community.
deal with. They'll tell you better pray it out.
It's praying out.
Always.
You better pray it out.
pray it out.
Jesus, baby.
I'm gonna beat it out of
I'm
you.
gonna beat you up. I'm gonna beat it out of you.
I guess I would probably say, you know, that, you know, this is real life.
Yeah.
This is not a video game. When you shoot somebody,
Can't come back.
you
from that.
can't take it back. And you think that the feeling is the same that it feel when you shoot in the video game. I'm gonna assure you, it's a totally different feeling. You never ever get rid of it.
No.
It's gonna be always there in your life. And so think about it before you pull a trigger and pick up a gun and think about it. I think that's what I would tell them, to think about it, you know, because you can't take that bullet back. When you pull that trigger, it's a wrap, okay?
That's what I just finna say.
Critical thinking.
I think
yeah.
both of you guys, all of you guys are on the point. I think it's critical thinking. I think providing resources and opportunities, and then providing your time. Your
Sweat
time is
equity.
amazing. Do you know what these children, how they, when they see you spend time with them, take them out to eat, just hang out with them. You know how it is in our neighborhood when we hang out with our youngsters. What do? Show nothing but love, and do whatever we tell them.
Now they listen to it.
Whatever we tell them, they do, because we show the time. We bring resources to the table about how to control a business, how to start a business, and we show them love.
Because a lot of them ain't got no daddies.
They don't.
That's why I'm
For
saying,
real.
Mr.
The man's
like you were saying,
lacking
Mr.
on the
Bishop, you know
street.
what, with that time thing, you know, imagine if we could call somebody and something was about to pop off. You know what I'm saying? Be like, hey, man, you know, it was like, hey, where you at? I already know the code. Okay, where you at?
I'm finna come get
I'm
you.
finna come pick you up right now. It's like a forced play. It's like you don't want to be seen like you weak.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
That's exactly
But if
it.
I had an out, if I had an alternative, bro, I would not be here.
No,
I wouldn't be here.
never. And then if you had somebody else talking to you
Yeah.
and helping you guide, make the critical thinking, helping you make the better decision. See, our young people today, they're making the worst decisions possible. They're not even taking the time to make it adjusted. It's like the bottom or it's good. It's no in between.
They immature. They
gotta think about
young.
it,
They
but
don't
it's no
know.
in between.
And they live in a different reality than us. We didn't have the internet. We
Yeah.
wasn't on Facebook.
None of that.
We didn't
Phone,
have
none of that.
No cell phone or none of that.
We
The
didn't have
rap
rap
music
music
that's
that talked
pushing out what
about
they pushing out
Killing,
right now.
you killed.
Right.
You
We even had some good rap music. They don't got no.
we may have alluded to murders. We alluded to it, but we didn't talk about actual murders. That
Nobody
we did.
ever did it
Like,
right.
we
They didn't
have
say,
a-
I shot that dude yesterday at his
On
mama
that
house.
block at 2:30, and he got
And that's
picked
how
up
they
by the
became
police.
famous.
We did now. We had terrible rap.
Spice One.
Brother Lynch. Brother Lynch.
Brother Lynch,
That's what I'm saying. But they alluded to it.
they
didn't.
didn't say
It wasn't an
exactly
actual
what they
case.
did.
Yeah.
You know.
No.
The ghetto boy, they was saying they was doing it and putting it around.
But it was kind of like a horror movie.
Well, let's give a story.
Yeah.
Give a story.
You would kind of think it might be true.
Yeah.
Like, man, I was riding.
Kinda like a horror
jumped
movie.
out.
Right, but now, like-
the detective's like, somebody just got killed on 12.
I'm gonna rap about that.
Only the detectives know where you got shot. Everybody that's been in the street,
Oh, they know everything.
They'll never describe in the newspaper where you were shot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But now I'm on rapping about, I jumped out and shot him 4 times in the chest. And the detective's like, I know that shit with us.
That dude.
I know that shit with us. He had to do
But
it.
they've gotten famous off that.
They have.
That's
because of the
that's
music.
how they become famous.
Yes.
So
I'm
now,
tell you something about fame when you locked up in that federal prison,
It don't
being
mean
shipped all
nothing.
across that country. It don't mean nothing.
I mean, nothing.
You know, it was this dude that he was like a multi-millionaire out of Chicago, and they thought they was slick. They put him in the cell with me, and every night he would wake up and he'd be sweating and shaking. I'd be like, man, what is wrong with you? and he was saying, I can't. You know, he kept saying, I can't take it back. I can't take it back. So I sit down with him. I said, you know, I don't want you to tell me what you did, but what's wrong with you? And he set an apartment building on fire because he knew his girl, he had to get by his key, he knew his girl was up there with a dude. He was, he big time. He set the apartment building on fire so the fire truck would come and open up the building so he could go upstairs, and a lot of people lost their lives. And he could never take that back. So he now, because he had to tell on some people, guess what? He don't have a home. He can't call his mama. He can't call his daughter. He can't call his cousin. He's just floating around in the federal system. And he be like, man, can you introduce me to a lady? And I'm sitting there going, no. I don't think so. Hey, so.
You gotta see the counselor, buddy. You gotta go to the trauma counselor, buddy, first.
But it's just real life things, and I think that as what we're doing here, we're talking about real life things, and I think that as we continue to move forward, we need to have our rooms packed with young men and women so they can hear our real life stories
Yes.
and know that this is real life and this is what happened. Don't think that you can go and roll out there and go look at that video game and go down there and pull that trigger in front of them cameras.
And we gotta stay on a positive level. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
We can't be playing with it a little bit. We gotta kind of, you know what I'm saying, be even. You know what I'm saying? Don't go low. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because they is watching us.
They watching
Believe that.
With microscopes.
You know what I'm saying?
Like this.
I got mad one day and put something on Facebook. I was mad. Man, everybody got on my tail. Like, what was you know, went backwards. So I know they don't want us to go backwards.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Certain people are like that little. Certain people are like that little blink of life.
Yeah.
Like I can make it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I can do it. You know what I'm saying? Because they know where we come from.
Yeah.
They actually know where we. A lot of people have jumped on along the journey.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
But they done jumped off, too.
They done jumped off too. But those people who actually know where you come from, like genuinely know where you come from, like not just a person who's like, okay, he broke the law and he went to prison, he changed his life. No. To my pioneers, like really know what's going on and they really see that you changed, bro, it's like that do something to you.
It
For
does.
sure.
It do something to you. So that's what makes me stay consistent about what with the post and different things of that
Yeah.
manner. I kind of like
I'm putting that bad on that.
man, we can't no more. I be wanting to say so much, be like, ooh, can I just make me another page? Where y'all can be like, can I rebirth?
I'm sorry, I slip.
Hey man, it happens, man. It
I
happens.
go hard sometimes.
It happens, man. I
I'm
be
so-
like, can I rebirth Low G and just get through the page? You know what I'm saying? But
But the new one gets so much respect and love.
and I love it though because it's
You know
my
what I'm
grandmother
saying?
see the change, man. You know,
Yeah.
for my grandmother to live to see that she don't have to worry about me. You know, my grandmother used to come visit me over there at the medium and my brother B, at the low in the phase, you know what I'm saying? And to see her now, to see the grandkids, my mom, my children.
Yeah.
I know y'all feel that because everybody been through the same thing. But to be sober, doing it, you know what I'm saying, on a real another level, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Not to be just talking about it and you actually living it. It'd be hard not to make those posts.
But that's what's so important that you guys are doing the work that you're doing because you're able to have walked that path and then come tell somebody not to do that versus somebody who hasn't and trying to tell them what not to do. You've been there and you've done that, so talking to them is more impactful.
Yeah.
So even the trade center that you guys are talking about, the resource center.
Yeah.
Even though, Job Corps got $1 million facilities, beautiful, but the impact that you would be able to have is going to be greater.
Yeah.
It's going
It's
to be
gonna be 100 times greater.
Oh, definitely.
For real. Our facility might be smaller, but what we lack in the size we take up with experience.
But guess what though?
And life
The people who
lessons.
need those resources are gonna benefit from them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The people who need the resources in the community that we Job Corps is right there, or whatever the case may be. But what the things that the resource center will be offering is like it is offering what the community needs and right there in the mix of the community. And a lot of times Job Corps is like coming from St. Louis.
Well, the people that run Job Corps are contracted companies that come from outside the state.
They do.
Yes. So
Okay, so it's still
so they're not able to really do what they want to do because they have to get numbers.
right.
So you guys will be able to kind of stay focused on what you want to do
That's
and
good.
what you're trying to
And
reach.
then we directly connected to the streets.
To the community,
Right.
So
there.
we snatch them right off the porch,
Right out
the trap house.
And
Right
it's
out the
easy.
block.
It's easy to get them because they know us.
So it's not like we snatch them. We just talk to them and say, "Come
Boy,
on,
come here, boy.
And yeah.
come in."
Come here. Come here.
When we
Bring your
talk
little
about
sister too.
Job Corps, though, listen, I'm gonna share this with y'all. When I came home from prison, I felt like I owed our state and our city. I just felt like I owed because I took so much. When I finished training at Job Corps, I think they have 500 employees in Kentucky. The retired five-star general came up. When I finished, I was finna walk off, and he said, "Hold on." He said, "If you asked all of the people that served under me, I don't do this." He said, "But I just want to let you know, by the United States government and the authority invested in me, I want to let you know that your country has been paid in full. You don't owe nobody else, Leifel."
That's
And he
dope.
gave me I got a medal, military medal. And even the people that was on the base, they were like, "Billy gave you a medal?" I'm like, "Yeah, he didn't do that." So it was that time that it made me relax because I felt like y'all. I know everybody, done so much. I was on a totally different level on the streets, y'all.
We know
I'm telling you,
We know
totally different.
We
So
know
for me
it.
to
We
be
know
able to
We
say,
know it.
The streets, we know
That's why I
it.
said when it came to you, it started.
Hey.
I knew it, and I was in OC, so that goes to
he gave me that medal, and when I turned around that day, I walked out of there free. So I want to say this. So I feel like I've been out here in the streets a long time. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all do this because y'all want to do this.
Yeah.
Y'all owe no one nothing no more.
Yeah.
You've made it this far. Okay, you and all of y'all made a big change. Know down in your heart. If I had a medal, I would give it to all of y'all because you owe no one else
Yeah.
because you've done. Now what you do it because you love doing it.
Right.
And that was a big difference in me, and I was able to do stuff differently
Right.
after that. So I wanted to share that with them.
Man, that was deep, man. I like it. Drop the microphone. We can end that thing, man. But
Hey, we gonna end it though with that's what make us the dopest in the planet, man. We end ours with prayer though. We're gonna
dopest podcast in
we
the
got,
planet,
we
Jack.
got, we're gonna say a little prayer before we leave, man, and it's just nice to be here. Man, nice to have y'all on the show, man. I'm happy, man. I feel good, man. It's amazing work we doing. We got programs where,
I came in here late like this.
yeah.
I'll be late no more.
Hey man, look, man,
I'm doing that.
never happen again.
No, you was right on time.
You was right on time, man.
Everything is on time.
God ain't never late.
Until you straighten me out, you sure right. I appreciate you, Turk McDirt. My right hand, my dog. Charlie Roxy, dude. Ward 1. Keyon. West Side.
Yeah.
Leifel.
OG.
Crip cuz. And thank you so much, Miss Coco.
Coffee.
Coffee.
Don't worry about it, because everybody call me Coco too.
Miss Coffee. Thank you so much for what you do. And we're gonna need you for our Thursday thing to come talk to the young ladies.
What time is it Thursday?
5:30 to 7:30.
Okay.
Because we have a lot of men coming, but sometimes we have girls coming in. You know, sometimes I don't know what to say to the girls. It's off my square. I'll be lost sometimes. So a young lady come in and the knowledge you have, set them right. So we definitely want you part of EME and part of this program.
Okay.
Hey man, hey y'all, we've been here long enough. We appreciate y'all watching this, man. This is the dopest podcast, the podcast on the planet. Damn it, that's what we do. Thank y'all so much, and we're gonna end this with prayer. Dear God, we thank you so much for what you've done for us in our lives, how you made these changes in us to make the world a better place and our community a better place. Please watch over and protect us as we leave tonight and help us to touch a young person at least once a day. We thank you and we praise you in your holy son, Jesus' name. Amen.
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 Hey man, we through.
Man.